Shoots rarely fall apart because of the camera or the lenses. They usually fall apart because of the small things that no one plans for. These are the small accessories I invest in and bring on every shoot, even the big ones, because they support the work, solve the problems fast, and make my job easier when things come up. What's going on, world? I'm Eric D. Seals, and in this episode, I'm not talking about cameras or lenses. I'm breaking down the small items I bring on every shoot that support the work and allow me to do my job well. These are the tools that keep productions moving, especially when things don't go according to plan. If you're into documentary filmmaking and cinematography and want real-world breakdowns like this, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode. Small rig foldable hex key set. So this is a foldable hex key set from Small Rig. It's used to tighten and adjust the hex screws on a camera, cages, tripods, plates, and rig accessories. Something is always getting loose on set, and this lets me fix it quickly without slowing things down. One thing that I love about this tool is it's small. It has the sizes that I need on a regular basis, and it's just always ready to go. It's something small that a lot of people think that is not a big deal. I'm using this on a regular basis, and it's always in my pocket from the beginning to the end of a production because I use it on so many different things. The Small Rig camera hardware screw case. It includes 1/4 inch and 3/8 screws, which are standard thread sizes used across cameras, plates, tripods, and accessories. Missing one screw can stall a setup instantly, so this stays with me on a regular basis. There's always a chance that you're missing that small piece of equipment or that small screw that will make something run. Just think if you don't have this screw and you need to put it in to your cheese plate so you can attach your camera to the tripod, missing that one thing can just ruin everything. And so I decided to purchase this to have some backup options, and I use it, I would say, every 3 to 4 shoots. There's always an additional screw that we need or additional size that we didn't have access to. And so just having this as a backup has been one of my favorite things. This is a D-tap power splitter. It allows me to power multiple accessories from a single battery, like monitors, wireless video, or time code. Having clean power management makes everything a lot simpler. This tool, like many others, is when you need it, you don't know it. And so it's just always better for you to have it on set. We need to add an extra monitor or wireless video or something that you didn't plan for. Sometimes even the audio person will need to connect their audio hop for additional battery because theirs ran out. You never know what the reason is, but having something to be able to split your power from your battery is very important to have. X-Rack color chart checker. This is the X-Rack color checker video. It's used to establish accurate color exposure and skin tones so footage matches properly in post, especially when working with multiple cameras or lighting setups. What it does mainly for me is it allows me to give the editor or the colorist a control point of what the color looks like in that room. So when you're in a room and you have tungsten lights, you have daylight, and you have all these different filaments that are giving light to the room, you show this color chart checker and you can quickly use the tools in, for instance, DaVinci. After I tell it to analyze it, it shows the difference. It can show you what the color should have been in that room and then make the adjustments. And this instantly is hands down one of the best pieces of equipment that I have. It's inexpensive and it makes my interviews look that much better. And it's something that I highly recommend for you to get. 3-prong to 2-prong grounding adapter. It lets me plug gear into older outlets when locations don't have modern power. This comes up more often than people expect on real world shoots. So when you're at someone's house or you're at an old building or a location and they have an outlet that only has 2-prong, that will really throw off your shoot in a quick way if you need to set up lights or plug in batteries or whatever it is. A lot of our accessories these days have 3-prong because they have that ground. Now, it's not something that you want to do on a long-term basis or you want to put a lot of power through it because I definitely think that that could be a safety issue. But if you're in a pinch and you need to be able to plug something in, this is a great way for you to get access to power. Multitool. It gives me quick access to basic tools like a blade, screwdriver, or pliers without stopping the shoot. It's one of those things you don't think about until you really need it. Because, I mean, we're filmmakers, but we're in the wild sometimes. And you never know what we're gonna run into. So being able to have this tool in your toolkit is very important. You're gonna have times when you need a knife or a screwdriver or a saw, And just to have this multi-tool just really gives you the ability to be flexible. Again, it's one of those tools that you're not using all the time, but when you need it, it's great to have it. Laser pointer. Not super high tech here, but this is a laser pointer. I use it to quickly indicate framing, eye lines, light placement, or where someone should stand without stepping into the shot. It keeps communication fast and clear. You can easily show your team different things that you're pointing out. How many times have you pointed out to something, like, hey, do you see that over there? We need to change this. And they're like, where? And then you're like, next to this. No, next to this. You can save 30 seconds by just saying that's what I'm talking about right there. It's something that I keep in my pocket because when I need it, I need quick access to it. It allows me to communicate with my team faster, more accurately, which saves time for creativity. The T floor marker. This is an open moon floor marker. It's used to clearly mark where talent should stand or sit in a frame. It gives people a visual reference so blocking stays consistent without over-directing. A lot of the times we will mark the floors with tape, but just for the environment and just for ease of use, sometimes using these T markers are a lot easier. You can throw them down, they're very durable. It gives people the ability to see where to stand in a quick way. Or if you have a marker for them, for instance, I had this one gentleman walk into a scene and then I want him to stand there and then give me my answer for a project we were working on. He doesn't even need to look down because they're so easy to see. You can put your feet right between them and know where to stand. People have a hard time knowing where to stand a lot of the times. And so if I can help them so that they can be in an accurate location, that's just gonna make my production that much better. It's a very cheap investment, but I hands down use it on every other shoot. Cord bag. It's designed to keep media cards and card readers organized and protected in one place. Media management is critical on set, and this helps prevent mistakes. One thing that I love about these bags is they're so universal. I use them in so many different ways. There are many other bag options out there. These are the ones that I invested in. And one of the reasons is just because they just have great durability and they were created by filmmakers for filmmakers. And so some of the small nuances that they put into the quality of them making it just makes a difference for me. The zipper is amazing. It's, being able to have Velcro on the outside to have different labels and put things there. It's just so much easier to have, someone on set and be like, hey, here's the media in this bag, or here's the card readers, or here are the different filters that we're using, or here's all the cables that you need. There's so many different ways that we can use it. It just makes it a lot easier to, again, communicate and work with your team. So I have many different bags that I use, but I've been finding myself using these more often than others. Smartphone. So a lot of people have a cell phone on set, and so this is probably a surprise to some folks, but the main reason I use it is twofold. Number one, this is a prepaid phone that I purchased from a local store, and it costs like $30, $40, $50. What it allows me to do is I now have a filmmaking tool on set that I can use for multiple things. So I have different apps on there that I use, and this allows me to also hand it to other people while still keeping communication from my personal phone just to me. And all of this is built around the fact that I don't have to worry about my personal information being out there or someone losing the phone or cracking it or breaking it. It's not the best phone in the world, but it does the job. And the main thing that I use it for is as an additional monitor for my Hollyland wireless video. It allows you to send your signal to cell phones as well if it can receive a Wi-Fi signal. And then in a pinch or when I need a producer to be able to check out something, I can give them a phone and they can go to a different room if all of our wireless director's monitors are already being used. So that's one of the main reasons I use it for. The second reason I use it is because sometimes we need to do BTS. So if we have a PA on set, it's nice to be able to give them a phone. So instead of having them send you all the photos at the end of the day, they just hand you the phone and it's all there. Most of these accessories cost a fraction of a camera or a lens, but they pay for themselves over and over again. They improve efficiency, reduce stress, and help you deliver consistently, regardless of the size of the production. Smart investments make the job easier, not heavier. Great shoots aren't held together by big gear. They're held together by small, intentional tools that support the work and protect the story. What's one small accessory you rely on that most people overlook? If this was helpful, do me a favor, drop a like and hit subscribe, and leave a comment with one accessory you never leave behind. Once again, this is Eric D. Seals. Keep telling stories that matter.
Mark Shields. I'm the tape man.